Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown results for this week of August the 14th. Also, 205 Live results as well. Birthdays for this week, August 14th, Bob Backlund, born 1949, Bobby Eaton, 1958, Buddy Landell, 1961, Kofi Kingston, 1981, Johnny Gargano from NXT, 1987. That was the year I graduated. Scott Dawson, one half of the Revival, commented on using the heart attack move on Raw as homage to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. He wrote, "Sometimes you do things for the money. Sometimes you do things for love. This was for the love." Ugh. Hashtag ugh. Interesting note here. The ugh in the caption that was on Twitter, which is most likely a reaction to criticism from Bully Ray over the usage of the move. Bully Ray believed that the heart attack shouldn't have been used in the middle of the match, as according to him, it should have been used to win it. After Tiger Woods did the delete motion over the weekend, WWE Superstar Matt Hardy retweeted at the golf icon at Matt Hardy. "I do the delete on this plane at Tiger Woods," and you can see it in this link. Raw Superstar Bray Wyatt teased new possibly Avenged Sevenfold themed intro music with the following tweet. At WWE Bray Wyatt, you can follow him at WWE Bray Wyatt. "Something new is coming. My thoughts unfiltered. I need a badass band to make a badass intro. Looking at you." At the official A7X, at Parkway Official, at Amigo the Devil, at FH Nixon. So is this possible spoiler on him and Matt breaking up? Also possibly Matt retiring due to back injury issues. Been bothering him. Also, Matt spoke recently and released the following cryptic tweet that had some pondering whether or not his retirement is imminent. At Matt Hardy Brand, "To all that supported me in the Independence and Omega, to the fans of Team Extreme, to the Mattitude followers, to the outspoken fans who brought me back in 2005, to the people who backed me when I was reincarnated in pro wrestling, to the hashtag Woken Warriors, thank you." Hardy may have just shed some light on his August 1st tweet. According to Hardy, he recently learned that his lower back and pelvis have begun to fuse together. Hardy tweeted a gif of a maneuver called Event Omega and blamed the maneuver for his newfound medical issues. At Matt Hardy Brand, you can follow him at Matt Hardy Brand. This maneuver was called Event Omega, and is most likely the reason why I recently learned that my lower back and pelvis have started fusing together. Matt says goodbye to Bray Wyatt, continuing his recent pattern of cryptic comments on Twitter. Matt said goodbye to Bray Wyatt following their loss at last night's Raw. Time will tell if there's any true weight to these cryptic messages or if Hardy is just keeping the internet on their toes. And I will go back. I'll post that video of that. It's basically both guys doing the leg drop splash. Matt was doing the leg drop off the top rope onto his opponent in the middle of the ring. General Manager of 205 Live, Jake Maverick, revealed that Mustafa Ali will not be competing on Tuesday night due to exhaustion issues. He's so exhausted he can't barely stand up. What religion or church do these guys go to when they're on the road? Speaking of the Singh brothers from WWE, Jinder Mahal's boys, and you follow them on Twitter at Singh Bros WWE. Much love to the state of Virginia, showing love to the Sikh religion. This weekend, I was blessed to visit two Sikh Gurdwaras Temples before the live events in Roanoke in Norfolk, Virginia. Proud to continue and share this with all of you. Well, that's their religion. As long as you are following a godly, I don't have any complaints. A godly religion. Because there is only one true living God. WWE Hall of Famer and ordained Christian minister Ted $1 Million Man DiBiase preached Sunday at Campbellsville Baptist Church in Campbellsville, Kentucky. DiBiase received rave reviews from the congregation on Twitter. And you can add or contact $1 Million Man himself. Have him at your church, possible, at MDMT. Is it all caps, MDMT, Ed DiBiase. Looks like Sin Cara is currently dealing with an injury as well. I think it's a knee injury. As soon as I get more info on that, I'll give you that. Well, here it goes. SmackDown Superstar posted to his Instagram story on Tuesday, indicating that he was waiting to see a doctor in Birmingham, Alabama, where WWE sends talents when they need surgery. It looks like Sin Cara's last matches came on August 4th at Pensacola, Florida, and August 5th in Albany, Georgia. He defeated Aiden English in those matches. Stay tuned for more updates on Sin Cara's status. Thanks to Will Henderson for texting the following Mae Young Classic spoilers from the tapings at Full Sail University as they were sent Wednesday. They will premiere on Wednesday, September the 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWE Network. Episode 1, first round match. 15-minute time limit. Tegan Knox defeated Zatara to advance. They did a handshake to start. Zatara is working as a heel. Tegan followed out with a suicide dive with a spin through the ropes. Zatara tied up Knox's injured knee in the ropes and worked it over. Tegan with a forearm uppercut in the corner by Knox. Flying crossbody by Knox for a 2 count. Zatara with a running double knees in the corner for a 2 count. Tegan hits a Shining Wizard and picks up the win. Ember Moon and Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss were shown at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Rhea Ripley defeated MJ Jenkins to advance. Arm drag to start. Ray hit the drop kick to cut off MJ, doing a springboard. Stiff clothesline for Rhea. Rhea with a 10-second delayed vertical suplex for a 2 count. Bobby Lashley style. MJ with a hip toss out of an abdominal stretch, but Rhea got back in control. MJ hooked up and fought out with some punches. MJ stepped up on a springboard attempt, but they both gathered up, and MJ hit a springboard drop kick for a 2 count. Then Ray hit the pump handle set out bomb for the win. Leo Rush was shown at ringside. First round match. 15-minute time limit. Lacey Lane defeated Vanessa Craven to advance. Lacey tries with kicks, but the size difference was too great. Lacey dove off the apron, but Vanessa caught her and slammed her on the apron. Lacey fought back, but Vanessa hit a modified back black hole slam. Only got a 2 count. Lacey once again fights back and lands a crucifix. Roll up for the pinfall and the upset win. Chuck Panaki and Todd Yellinger were shown at ringside. They mostly use show on international announce teams for pay-per-views. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Maiko Satomura defeated Killer Kelly to advance. Maiko with a side headlock. Kelly transitioned into a head scissor. Maiko transitioned out of it and flattened Kelly with a forearm. Great technical change to start. Kelly with a bicycle kick for a 2 count. Maiko fought out of a surfboard attempt. Maiko with a springboard arm drag into a half crab and the STF. Kelly got to the ropes to break up the submission. Maiko with kicks and a handstand knee to the face. Kelly catches a leg and hits a vertical suplex for a 2 count. Maiko hits a cartwheel knee to the head. Kelly cut Maiko off up top and lashed her in an inverted guillotine. Kelly hit the fisherman suplex for a near fall. This is also a chance for the crowd. Maiko hit the Death Valley Bomb for the win. And an excellent match. Episode 2. That was the first set of TV tapings. Episode 2. Samoa Joe's at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Priscilla Kelly to advance. Good back and forth match. Priscilla with an SEO for a 2 count. Deonna reversed an Irish whip into a Russian leg sweep. He locked in a Fujiwara armbar for the win. Cruiserweight champion Cedric Alexander and his daughter at ringside to watch his wife in action. Natalya is also at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Zeuxis defeated Ariel Monroe to advance. Zeuxis slapped Ariel's hair, and Ariel tells her if she touches her hair again, she's going to pop her in the mouth. Zeuxis began a lot of her pulling and throws Ariel around by her hair. Ariel caught a kick and hit a running uppercut. Ariel hit a cartwheel kick and only got a 2 count. Zeuxis ducks a kick for a roll-up. Zeuxis tosses Ariel up top and hits a Spanish fly for the upset win. Fans were not happy at all with the outcome, and they booed the announcement. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan were shown at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Casey Catanzaro defeated Reina Gonzalez to advance. Reina overpowered Casey to start. Casey tried to fight back, but was again overpowered. Backbreaker stretched by Reina. Casey ducked a clothesline, but got a brutal clothesline to the back of the head. Casey caught Reina, gets Reina into the ropes, and jumps outside to neck Reina. Casey hit a split over the top rope into a springboard dropkick off the middle rope. Casey rolls up Reina for the surprise win. Reina leaves angry, but comes back and shakes Casey's hand and puts her on her shoulder to celebrate. Undisputed Era shown at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Mercedes Martinez defeated Ashley Rain to advance. If you didn't know, that's Madison Rain. They trade their falls. Early on, Mercedes blocked a tornado DDT and turned it into a lengthy, delayed vertical suplex. Mercedes planted Rain with a spine buster. Forearms and chops by Rain took Mercedes down. Reigns with a crossbody off the top rope. And Reigns with a cradle for a 2 count. Mercedes powers out and hit the Pittsburgh suplex for a win. End of the second episode. Now we go to episode 3. Tyler Breeze was shown at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Caitlin defeated Kavita Debbie to advance. Debbie with a power slam for a 2 count. Not much of this one. Caitlin with a cannonball and a spear for the win. Now Caitlin's supporting black hair now. Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, Billy Kay, and Peyton Royce are all shown at ringside. Candice LeRae is in NXT. So are Johnny Gargano. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce are on the main roster. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Toni Storm defeated Jenny to advance. Toni with a huge kick and knees to the face in the corner. Jenny planted Toni into the turnbuckles for a 2 count. Jenny takes control. Jenny with a suplex for a 2 count. Jenny worked over the arm and neck. Jenny with a huge forearm. Toni with a huge German suplex. Hip attack in the corner and double underhook. Set out bomb for the win. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae are shown at ringside again with Miss Anita, the grandma that NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa has had run-ins with in previous NXT episodes. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Zia Lee defeated Karen Q to advance. They bow to start instead of a handshake, and they go into a Kung Fu style showdown, trading a flurry of kicks. They bow again, and Karen slaps Zia. Zia fights back with some stiff kicks to the leg. Zia with a spinning heel kick for a 2 count. Karen with a Samoan drop. Nobody home on the frog splash. Zia hits a ground corkscrew kick for the win. Really fun sprint. And that's run through match. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Mia Kim defeated Allison Kay to advance. Mia with a stiff kick from the apron on Kay. Kay with a huge pounce. Kay with chops to the outside. She rolls Mia into the ring, eats a kick. Mia hits a suicide dive. Kay ducks a chop. Mia hits a ring post. Dueling chants from the crowd. Mia goes for an armbar, but Kay power bombs her with one arm lift. They go nose to nose and trade shots until but they both go down. Mia with a code red for a 2 count. Though this is an awesome chance from the crowd. Kay with a discus leg for a 2 count. Both girls land head kicks simultaneously and both go down. Double knockout. Shelton Benjamin's outside and Shelton shouting at Mia. And Mia asks why he's here. Mia hits each defeat from the top rope and gets the pin. To Shelton's hilarious dismay. To end that episode. Episode 4, Cassius Ohno showing at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Hiroyu Matsumoto defeated Rachel Evers to advance. Collar and elbow stalemate start. They trade shots until Hiroyu knocks Evers down. Hiroyu next Evers on the top and hits a stiff drop kick off the top rope. Hiroyu laid Evers across the middle ropes in the corner and nailed hits running knees. Rachel with a pop-up spine buster. They trade forearms. Rachel with a cutter and a senton for a 2 count. Rachel with a springboard leg drop for a 2 count. Hiroyu slaps and hits a lariat for a 2 count. Rachel bounces up from a suplex, but gets laid out by a clothesline. Huge powerbomb and a side suplex from Hiroyu scores a pinfall. Evers' foot was under the ropes, but no controversy in the finish. Excellent match. Adrian Child and Dana Brooke were shown at ringside. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Tainara Conti defeated Jesse Elaban to advance. Tainara bows instead of the handshake. Tainara with an SEO. And Tainara dominating and working over the arm. Jesse fights back with drop kicks and takes control. Tainara hits a spinning side slam for the win. First, sounds like finish side slam is the end of days. Or deep six, actually. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Nicole Matthews defeated Isla Dawn to advance. Nicole with a headbutt, a head pat in the corner. Isla with a double stomp and a jumping double knees for a 2 count. Nicole has control for most of the match. Isla fights back with a big side suplex. Fisherman suplex from Isla. Nicole with a lion tamer with her knee in Isla's neck, and Isla is forced to tap out. Robbie Brookside and Akira Tozawa showed at ringside. Robbie recently added to NXT, formerly of TNA. First round match, 15-minute time limit. Io Shirai defeated Zia Brookside to advance. Fast start. Zia attacked with forearm, hits a headstand on the top rope into a brutal knee to the chest. Chin breaker from Zia. Huge punch by Io. Double knees in the corner and a moonsault. This one's over. Fun sprint to end night 1 of the tapings. And I have not gotten any other results from last week's event. Dark match from the Mae Young Classic taping. Parade of Champions video, which I did not get. And there was photos from Full Sail. Didn't get that either. Latest spoken word of the week from Matt Hardy. This week's word is circumcision. Any comments here? And you can also see the link here. At WWE, it's the most wonderful time of the week. Check out at Matt Hardy Brand's latest spoken word of the week. Hashtag WWE Norfolk in the link. What are the 3 E's stand for in delete? Stand for? In delete, entertain, educate, enlighten. Watch this video. Thanks to Will Henderson for texting us my young. So I did get it for night 2 tapings from August the 9th. Tapings opens with a video package showing highlights from night 1, plus Women's Revolution highlights and quotes. Michael Cole, Renee Young, and WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix are back for announcing. Episode 1, second round match, 20-minute time limit. Tony Storm defeated Hiro Matsumoto to advance to the quarterfinals. Lockup start. Good match. Hiroyo with a diving drop kick for a 2 count. Suplex by Hiroyo for a 2 count. Tony with a snap suplex, hip attack, fisherman suplex for 2. Hiroyo with a modified Boston Crab into a single leg, but Tony got to the ropes for the escape. Hiroyo with a headstand for knees for a 2 count. Tony with a headbutt and bridging suplex for a 2 count. Series of near falls for Hiroyo. Tony ducks a lariat and gets bridging roll up for the 3 count. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Rhea Ripley defeated Casey Catanzaro to advance to quarterfinals. Rhea blows off the handshake Casey with a top rope handstand. Into head scissor. Rhea overpowers Casey and takes control of the match. Rhea with a big vertical suplex for a 2 count. Rhea with an inverted clover leaf. But Casey flips out a little bit. Casey with a tilt-the-world DDT. The crowd is firmly behind Casey. Casey with a corkscrew plancha to the outside. Casey with a split over the top into the springboard dropkick, but only gets a 2 count. Rhea kicks Casey out of the headstand and hits a panel sit-out bomb for the win. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Lacey Lane defeated Tainara Conti to advance to quarterfinals. Not much here. Lane reversed Conti's finisher into a crucifix roll-up for the win. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Maiko Satomura defeated Mercedes Martinez to advance to the quarterfinals. Good technical work to start. They trade chops and slaps. Mercedes with a choke bomb for a 2 count. Maiko locked in a Fujiwara armbar and keeps it in as Mercedes rolls over, but eventually got to the ropes. Maiko with a frog splash for a 2 count. Maiko with a kneeling DDT and a cartwheel knee to the chest for a 2 count. Mercedes with a fisherman suplex, but Maiko kicked out. Crowd was on her feet. Maiko fought off a surfboard guillotine and hit ground scissor kick for the win. And Mercedes was one of my favorites to win that tournament. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Lacey Lane defeated. Oh my God, I already did that one. Yep. Okay, that was Mercedes to end the episode for that one. Episode 2, Jasmine Duke, Marina Chauffeur, and Women's NXT Champion Shayna Baszler were shown at ringside. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Io, how you pronounce your I, defeated Zuxis to advance to the quarterfinals. Zuxis hits a drop kick to knock Io off the right apron. Knees to the face by Zuxis for a 2 count. Io with a hit stand into a double knees. Running double knees. Zuxis holds the ropes, but Io can't get her in position for the moonsault. Io fights off a spider fly attempt and hits a Frankensteiner to pick up the win with a moonsault. Ricochet was shown at ringside. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Zia Lee to advance to the quarterfinals. Zia with her leg drop and an elbow for a 2 count. Deonna with some vicious arm work and gets Zia roll up. Deonna had a Fujiwara arm bar, but gets only a 2 count. Zia with a head kick for a 2 count. Deonna caught Zia off the top and knocked in a double arm Fujiwara arm bar for the win. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Tegan Knox defeated Nicole Matthews to advance to the quarterfinals. Nicole cut off Tegan's attempt at a top tope with a stiff forearm. Nicole with kicks and takes control. Tegan fights back with a headbutt. Crazy modified cannonball in the corner. Shining Wizard for the win. Second round match, 20-minute time limit. Mia Yim defeated Caitlyn to advance to the quarterfinals. Kate with a series of leg drops for a 2 count. Caitlyn missed a baseball slide and Mia slammed her leg into the apron. Mia with a standing figure 4. Mia with brutal forearms on the ground. Mia missed a punch and hits the mat. Caitlyn hits a diving shoulder tackle. Caitlyn with a spinning slide slam for a 2 count. Mia sidesteps Caitlyn in the corner and hits Eat Defeat. Only gets a 2 count. Caitlyn hits Spear, but only gets a 2 count. Mia with a knee bar for the win. Crowd was super into this match at the end. And that ends the episode 2. Episode 3. This episode starts with Michael Coleslaw introduced the quarterfinals, and their matches just like the second round did. Quarterfinals match, 25-minute time limit. Michael Satomura defeated Lacey Lane to advance to the semifinals. Very even to start, but both duck kicks and punches from each other. Michael with a step over spin kick into an armbar. Lacey gets to the ropes. Lacey with a flurry of kicks and forearms and a crossbody for a 2 count. Michael with a fisherman's carry DVD style for the win. Michael concedes to the ring to Lacey for a curtain call after the match. Quarterfinals match, 25-minute time limit. Io Shirai defeated Deonna Purrazzo to advance to the semifinals. Io hit the big tope crossbody to the outside. Handstand knees to the midsection for a 2 count by Io. They trade 2 counts, and Io hits a standing double stomp. Deonna with a handspring drop kick. Deonna locks in a Fujiwara armbar, but rolls it over for a 2 count. Io with a crossface, but Deonna does the same. Io with a 619 and a diving drop kick for a 2 count. Deanna with a triple German with a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Triple Germans for 2 count. And then locks in the Fujiwara. Io rolls out to break up with a 2 count. And again into the crossface. Deanna rolls out but gets a knee to the face. Io with a running double knees and a moonsault for the win. Quarterfinal match, 25-minute time limit. Toni Storm defeated Mia Yim to advance to the semis. Toni with a suplex for a 2 count. Mia locks in a headlock on the ground. Toni powers out. Toni flips out over the leg stretch for a 2 count. Mia locks in a guillotine with body scissors. Toni powers out into a slam. They trade strikes from the ground to a standing position. Toni with a hip attack. Mia hits a side suplex for a 2 count. Mia with a powerbomb for a 2 count. This is also a chance for the crowd. Toni blocks the eat defeat and hits a snap suplex and double underhook bomb for the win. Great match. Full Sail University erupts in Please Sign Mia chants after the match. I think my other favorite was Deonna Purrazzo. Quarterfinals match. 25-minute time limit. Rhea Ripley defeated Tegan Knox to advance to the semis. Tegan hit a dive start and landed rough and appeared to have injured her left knee. The referee throws up the X and the doctors come to check on her. Tegan wants to continue. They continue, but after Rhea hits a drop kick, Tegan strains and throws up her own X. As the referee calls for the match, Tegan is hopping in the ring and Full Sail is silent. Rhea is announced as the winner as they tended to Tegan. Tegan is helped out to a standing ovation. Absolutely heartbreaking situation. And even Triple H gave a heartfelt speech for that. As he came out, it starts out episode 4. He's greeted with a Please Sign Me a chance, which responded, okay, it says that's it. We're not bossing him around anymore. Cuts a promo about how great everyone has worked in this tournament and the sacrifices they leave in the ring for the fans. Says Tegan Knox got carried out of here, not with a broken knee, but with a broken heart. And he promises that only a bump in the road. That's only a bump in the road for her. Runs down the semis and asks if we're ready. Semifinals match, 30-minute time limit. Toni Storm defeated Miko Satomura to advance to the finals. Toni with a huge boot to the face. Toni with a suplex for a 2 count. Miko covers with some stiff kicks, modified figure 4, but Toni gets to the ropes. More kicks from Miko. Toni fights off of a side suplex. Miko hits a spin kick off the ropes. Backside by Toni for a 2 count. Toni locks in an STF, but Miko gets to the ropes. Toni with a suicide dive to the outside, Shining Wizard for a 2 count. Toni hits a double underhook bomb, but got a 2 count. Incredible sequence of near falls for Miko. Crowd is on their feet. Toni lands a double underhook bomb one more time for the pinfall. Incredible match. Kerry Sagan came out to present flowers to Toni Storm. Triple H meets Miko on the stage and raises her hand. Toni has asked how she feels. Toni says she beat a legend and is living her dream. Thanks all the girls in the back and the fans. Triple H meets her on the stage and raises her arm. Second semifinal match, 30-minute time limit. Io Shirai defeated Rhea Ripley to advance to the finals. Rhea got booed coming out and is really in an enviable position as it appeared Tegan was supposed to win their match before the injury occurred. Rhea took control early on. Io tried to fight back but got nailed with forearms. Rhea locked in her body scissors. Io leaned back a few times for 2 counts, but Rhea didn't let go. Rhea with a 10+ second delayed vertical suplex for a 2 count. Interesting note, Michael Coleslaw is calling the match standing up so he can see the ring. Likely because they have no notes for this match since it wasn't planned. Io fought back with forearms. Io with a suicide dive crossbody. Io climbed back in, but Rhea pulled her out of the ring. Io got in a 9. Rhea attacked with punches to the back. Io attacks Rhea, hits a 619, and a diving drop kick for a 2 count. Rhea then hits a superplex, but only gets a 2 count. Io pushes Ray into the post, hits a double knees, and a moonsault for the win. Carrie out with flowers again, and her and Io share an emotional hug. Io says thank you and declares she will win. Triple H and Sarah Amato meet her on the stage to raise her hand, and Toni Storm is out. They hug and pose for photos with Triple H and Amato to end the tapings. Undertaker is being advertised locally for a big SmackDown 1000 episode that was announced on Raw, or actually on SmackDown as well. October 16th from Washington, D.C. Following matches are being advertised for the big show as a triple main event. Daniel Bryan versus Miz, Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe versus WWE Champion AJ Styles. Spoiler alert, AJ wins at SummerSlam. And another rematch, Daniel Bryan versus Miz. Apparently there was a vat flying around in the Greensboro Coliseum from Greensboro, North Carolina during last night. Monday Night Raw, as Rousey was at ringside for Ember Moon. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, which was the opening match. WWE posted this footage of the bat flying around and Rousey's comments as well. Natalya took to social media today and posted a second message on her father's passing. As we've noted, WWE legend Jim Neville Neidhart passed away at the age of 63 on Monday morning after a fall at his home in Florida. Natalya wrote the following, thanking everyone for their support and promising to keep the Anvil's memory alive. Really want to thank everyone for all the love that they've shown to my dad and my family in the last day. It means so much to us in this tough time. My dad would be so blown away that you all thought so much of him. I can't find the words right now to express what my dad truly meant to me, but in time I will be able to. I didn't realize saying goodbye would be this hard. In lieu of flowers, contributions can be made to a cause that's close to my heart, and my dad's is Women's Alzheimer's Movement.org. I promise to keep your memory alive and continue to pay it forward. I'll post that link for you there as well. Women's Alzheimer's Movement.org. WWE kept Dean Ambrose hidden from everyone on last night's Raw in Greensburg, according to PW Insider. Ambrose is back now full time and will be in Seth Rollins' corner for the SummerSlam match against the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler on Sunday. Jim McIntyre also be in Ziggler's corner. Also noted, Ambrose wrestles his first match since December 17th after Raw's went off the air. He teamed with Rollins, Strowman, and Balor to defeat Owens, Ziggler, McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. Indie star John Skyler was the man who played Ricky Roberts in the Raw segment with Elias and Bobby Lashley on Raw. Security guards during the opening segment with Ronda Rousey were also North Carolina indie wrestlers. The two larger guards were Zane Dawson and Dave Dawson, brothers. Their tag team name of the Dawson brothers. One of the other guards was played by Jason James. Skyler tweeted the following after the show at the John Skyler. My hat's off to you, Greensboro. Hashtag Encore with Elias. Hashtag I'm going to get real good. Hashtag Raw. Dark match before SmackDown Greenbelt saw the Usos defeat the Bar. SmackDown opened up from the Bond Secures Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina. Tom Phillips welcomes us to the show. Joined in by Corey Graves and Byron Saxon. We go right to the ring. Out first comes Charlotte Flair, and Greg Hamilton does ring introductions. Becky Lynch was out next, followed by SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. Carmella says the only thing more absurd than SmackDown General Manager Paige forcing her to defend the title in a triple threat at SummerSlam is Paige forcing her to be here for this face-to-face. Carmella is tired of their faces and tired of being done wrong, but life is amazing. Carmella addresses Becky first and says she doesn't stand a chance at SummerSlam now. Carmella says maybe Becky should go back to her job of being a clown because that's the only thing she does better than Flair. Becky admits that she doesn't want Flair in the match because Flair is so good. Becky goes on and Carmella interrupts. Continuing to try and cause tension, Flair cuts her off and says Carmella knows that she can beat anyone in the division, so she has to pull stunts to keep the title. Speaking of stunts, without James Ellsworth, you're nothing. Carmella started talking about how she's better looking and has more charisma. She also has a title. Fans boo her. Music interrupts. Out comes Paige to a pop. Paige orders Carmella to the announce table to do what she does best, talk. She says Flair and Becky will show Carmella how it's done with a tag team match. She introduces their opponents. Out first comes Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville is out next. Back to commercial. Back from the break, the bell rings. Carmella's on commentary. Flair starts off with Deville as they go at it, trading shots and holds. They trade more counters and face-offs. Its fans pop. Flair taunts Deville with a strut. Flair ducks a shot and unloads with chops, taking it to the corner. Flair tags in Becky for a quick double team. Becky drops a leg and an elbow on Deville. Then another leg drop. Becky goes with a 2 count in the middle of the ring. Mandy tags in and goes at it with Becky. Mandy goes for the leg, but Becky counters. Mandy shows off some and drop kicks Becky. Becky shows off some and nails a drop kick of her own. Flair tags in for some double teaming. Flair covers for a quick pin attempt. Mandy counters a move and slams Flair down by her hair. Deville tags in and double team Flair, but she counters and Flair kicks Deville and nails a big overhead throw. Deville rolls out to the floor. Becky tags in and jumps off the apron with a right hand to Deville. Becky brings Deville back in the ring, covers for a 2 count. Flair is back in and nails Deville from the Rose. Then drops Mandy off the apron. Flair fights back into a 2 count, for a 2 count on Deville. Mandy tags in for the double teaming in the corner. Deville comes back in, but Flair rolls her up. Mandy tags in, breaks it with a knee to the face on Flair. Mandy stands tall as we go to commercial. Back from the break, Becky kicks out of a 2 count by Deville. Rose comes in and takes control, slamming Becky hard to the mat. Deville comes back in and they keep control of Becky with frequent tags. Deville keeps Becky down with body scissors. Becky goes out and goes for a tag, but Deville stops her. Becky tries again and nails an insecurity to drop Deville. Flair rallies for the crowd for the hot tag. Rose runs in and swings at Flair on the apron, but she ducks. Becky unloads on Rose with a clothesline and a drop kick. Becky with a kick and an uppercut. Next, Becky with a back spotter and suplex on Rose. Becky with more offense for a 2 count as Deville runs in. Becky stops the pin and drops Deville. Becky baseball slides Deville as she's on the floor. Becky with a 2 count after another back spotter as she controls the match for her team without tagging. Becky applies a disarmer on Rose for the tap out. And during the match, they didn't actually go to commercial. They did the split screen commercial and the action on the other side. After the match, Flair joins Becky in the middle of the ring as they stand tall. Carmella stands on the announce table, raising her title and taunting Flair and Becky. Still to come segment, 3-part look at Daniel Bryan versus Miz rivalry. But first, we have a clip of Miz and Maurice at their home. They talk about the success of Miz and Maurice, announcing that the USA Network has ordered a second season. They thank everyone for tuning in and promise that the second season will be like nothing we've ever seen. And it's even got 12 to 14 episodes as we go to commercial. Back from the break, we'll see Charlotte Flair backstage with Becky. Flair congratulates Becky on the win, but says she didn't have to do it all by herself. There's some tension teased. Flair says, may the best women win on Sunday at SummerSlam in the triple threat. And Becky says, no worries, she will. Becky walks off. 2-on-3 handicap match, Blood Brothers versus the triple threat. Wonder if that's copyright, because that's formerly a tag team in ECW. You're not familiar with that? I remember. Who's better than Canyon? Then you got Shane Douglas. And then you got Bam Bam Bigelow. We go to the ring, and then there comes 3 local enhancement talents waiting. Their original names are not announced, but the group is going by the name of Triple Threat. And they are smaller than, they're about the same size as James Ellsworth. Out next comes SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Bludgeon Brothers. Harper and Rowan immediately attack to take out 2 of the jobbers. They hit double crucifix bomb in the middle of the ring on the other guy and run to the floor and destroy the other 2 jobbers, knocking them together and slamming them on top of the other. After a few big power moves, the assault continues before they enter the ring and take out the 3rd guy again. The bell rang before the triple threat was introduced, but Graves said the match never started and there was no pin. Harper Roll will just stand tall as we go to replays. I agree with that. I never heard the bell myself. And now to lead us to the first of the three-part look at The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, focusing on their time in the early days of WWE NXT, the Rookies versus Pro version. New Day versus Sanity was up next. We go to ring, out comes Sanity, Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, Killian Day, back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes a New Day, birthday boy Kofi Kingston, Big E and Xavier Woods. Big E starts off with Young and fans start chanting happy birthday to Kofi. Even the crowd chanting it as well. Big E slams Young first and taunts him with some dancing. As they're on their way to the ring, they're doing their pancakes with the crowd, dumping the box of supposedly bootios, but it's none other than pancakes. Okay. Young first, and the Big E slams Young first and taunts him with some dancing. Young goes to work and takes Big E down with an elbow. Big E catches Young with a belly-to-belly suplex for a 2 count. Kobe tags in for the double teaming, but Young kicks out at 2. Wolf ends up helping Kobe crash out to the floor. Wolf slams Kobe face first on the apron and brings him back into the ring for a 2 count. Dane tags in as the screen splits for a promo for WWE Universal title match at SummerSlam. We come back and Dane knocks Kobe out of the air with a big flying kick, preventing a tag. Dane beats Kobe around now. Dane with fisherman suplex now. Wolf tags in for the big double team move with Dane, but Kobe kicks out at 2. Back to commercial. Split screen still. Back for the break. Kobe counters Dane and hits a big DDT. Woods tags in and unloads. Wolf tags in, but Woods keeps up the offense. Woods with an insecurity for the apron on Wolf. Wolf comes back in and hits a big DDT for a 2 count. That Young breaks up with a big top rope elbow drop. That's his patented elbow drop, like Macho Man style. Dane runs in and knocks Kobe and Big E off the apron. Young tags in and slams Woods onto Wolf's knees. Young covers, but Woods kicks out at 2. Dane tags back in and kicks Woods in the face. Woods fights back with chops to Dane. Dane whistles in the corner, but Woods knocks Wolf off the apron. Dane catches Woods for a close 2 count. As Big E breaks that up. Big E with a big overhead suplex to Young. Wolf floors Big E, but Kobe hits Trouble in Paradise on Wolf. Dane sends Kobe to the apron, but Kobe goes to the top. Kobe leaps out onto the floor, taking Young and Wolf down instead. Dane gets booed. Big E tags in, scoops Dane as Woods comes off the top rope with a midnight hour. Big E covers for the pinfall and the win. After the match, New Day stands tall in the middle of the ring with the music plays. We go to replays. Announcers lead us to part 2 of the special look at rivalry between Miz and Daniel Bryan, which includes footage of their infamous Talking Smack exchange. Still to come segment, Jeff Hardy returned to action and more hype for SummerSlam. We go back to commercial. Heck, he's been in action for the last 3 weeks. Why do you say return to action? Back from the break, Paige stops Samoa Joe as he comes out of his locker room. Paige says Joe and AJ Styles had the chance to address WWE Universe separately tonight, but he refused. She doesn't want him to ruin her SummerSlam main event, so she needs him to be professional tonight. Joe ends up promising Paige that he will do whatever he wants, when he wants to. Joe says Paige, Styles, and the rest of the WWE Universe will have to deal with the consequences. Joe teases that he will just sit in the back and watch the show as he goes into the locker room. Aiden English versus Andrade Cien Almas. We go back to the ring. Aiden English has a microphone. We see recent happenings between Rusev, Lana, and Aiden, Zelina Vega, and Andrade Cien Almas. English starts singing about making amends for letting down his friends. They show Rusev and Lana watching backstage. English continues singing the booze that says he will make Almas pay tonight because he fights for Rusev Day. More fans cheer now, but music interrupts. Out comes Almas with Vega. That's commercial. Back from the break, Almas is in control. Almas with a 2 count, and Vega cheers him on. English counters with a clothesline. English goes up top, hits a big frog splash for a 2 count. Almas rocks English, coming back into the ring and hits a back elbow. Almas drops English in the corner and charges in with a big running knees, almost hits the hammerlock DDT for the easy win. After the match, Vega enters the ring and joins Almas for the celebration. We go to replays. Vega takes the mic and tells everyone to mark their calendars because on Sunday it will be. Almas takes over and says it will be the end of Rusev Day. Vega adds that it will be the end of Lana Day. Also, because she plans to expose Lana for what she really is. Dead weight that is bringing down her husband. Music interrupts and out comes Rusev with Lana. Rusev accuses them of acting like they just won the lottery. Rusev says Almas luck ran out, runs out this Sunday, and Vega will learn why Lana is the best. Lana is number one. Fans start the chant for Lana now, and Lana says together they will crush Almas and Vega because this year SummerSlam falls on Rusev Day. During that little skit, she got out of her Russian accent. That's normal. Then we see Jeff Hardy back. AJ Styles is backstage and in Paige's office. Paige asks AJ to stay professional tonight, so their SummerSlam main event isn't in jeopardy. Paige says people look up to AJ and says she needs him to keep it together tonight. AJ says he made his wife a promise and he will keep it tonight. Styles walks out. Then we see Jeff Hardy backstage getting ready for his match. Actually, with his makeup on. Back for the break, we get the final part of the three-part. Look at the feud between Daniel Bryan and The Miz. And that's a hype SummerSlam match. Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin. We go back to the ring and Shelton Benjamin is waiting. Jeff Hardy was out next to a pop. That's commercial. Back from the break, Benjamin's in control of the match. Shelton clubs Hardy back down and keeps him grounded. In the middle of the ring, the screen splits with a promo for a Raw Women's title match at SummerSlam. We come back and Hardy looks to make a comeback, nailing a whisper in the wind for a close 2 count. Hardy and Shelton trade shots now. Hardy avoids a kick and drops Shelton. Hardy takes Shelton down again and hits his signature leg drop and low drop kick for another 2 count. Fans do the delete chant with Hardy as he does it in the ring, getting ready for his next maneuver. But Shelton blocks a twist of fate. Hardy blocks a kick and sends Benjamin back in the corner. Shelton scoots Hardy, but Hardy counters with a neck breaker. Hardy takes off his shirt, climbs up top, but Benjamin runs up and nails a big knee. Hardy knocking Hardy down off the top. Shelton climbs up for a superplex and he nails it. Hardy kicks out of 2. Hardy keeps control and hits a sling blade now. Hardy nails the switch of fate and quickly splashes Shelton on the mat for the win. After the match, as Hardy's victory celebration is interrupted, as the music hits, out comes U.S. champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Shelton tries to take advantage of the distraction with a sneak attack, but Hardy blocks it and knocks him out of the ring. Nakamura rushes the ring and nails a knee to the spine from the back. Nakamura charges for the Kinshasa, but Hardy blocks it. And goes up and hits a twist of fate. And then goes up top and nails a swanton for a big pop. Hardy's music hits as he stands tall. The cameras show Randy Orton looking by the stage, back part of the stage, that's on the floor, but doesn't come out. Then he sneaks back out of sight. And that's the then hype SummerSlam card for Sunday's big pay-per-view on the WWE Network. We go to the ring, out comes AJ Styles, back to commercial. Back from the break, Styles is in the ring with a microphone. He goes to speak, but fans start chanting his name. Styles says he is blessed because for almost 20 years he's been able to travel the world and compete against the best sports entertainment has to offer. AJ puts over the WWE title and says there's a reason why it's so hard to hold because of the pressure that the title holder is put under. Styles says Samoa Joe hit his pressure points because he's a mastermind. Styles says it started when Joe blindsided him 3 weeks ago. We'll see a replay of that as he cued the video to show. AJ says right when he thought he knew Joe, Joe stabbed him in the back and then stabbed him in the heart. Joe shows us a replay. AJ shows us a replay of that recent promo that had Joe sending AJ a personal message with comments on his family. AJ talks about Joe speaking on his family and says he felt that as a man, a father, and a husband, He had to defend himself. He got emotional, and Joe took him to a place he never wanted to go, a dark place where he wanted to rip Joe's head off. AJ says, then he got home where he could hold his wife and kids. His wife, Wendy, told him that he can't lose his cool like he did. The family loves him and respects what he does, but he has to stay focused. AJ goes on, but the music interrupts. Out comes Joe in a suit. Joe speaks from the stage, the same clothes he was wearing from the backstage segment. Joe speaks from the stage and says AJ just told the fans a lovely tale, but they both know he wasn't telling the truth. Joe tells AJ to relax because he wants to help AJ keep his promise to his wife. Joe has a letter from a fan that he thought AJ needs to hear. The letter was written to Joe and says Joe's comments made him physically ill. But because they were true, the fan used to be the biggest AJ fan in the world, but it was now clear that AJ never wanted kids or a wife. The fan believes AJ will do anything to become champion to stay away from his family. The fan prays Joe wins at SummerSlam so AJ can feel what it's like to lose what he loves the most. Because the fan lost AJ a long time ago, Joe reads the end of the letter, and it's supposedly signed by Wendy, AJ Styles' wife. Joe's music hits, and he and AJ stare each other down. AJ's in the ring, Joe's still on stage. Final SmackDown goes off before SummerSlam goes off the air. 205 Live, the announcers Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Percival Watson welcome us to the show. For the first match, Akira Tozawa versus Lio Rush. Tozawa was not wasting any time getting right after Rush. Rush tries to pull the bell out of the ring. Tozawa doesn't let him. Rush dodges at him first, but gets caught with a hurricanrana. Rush wants to take his jewelry off, tosses it to Tozawa as a distraction. Tozawa tosses it back in the air to force Rush to catch it, and then kicks Rush in the head. Rush tries to leave the ring, but gets caught and sent back in the ring. Missile drop kick by Tozawa. Well, comments for Total Divas Hips. Boop. Nothing else. Rush recovers and sends Tozawa into the ring post. Crowd gets an ah chant going. Rush gets caught with a penalty kick. Then he tries for the senton splash, but Rush gets his knees up and attempts to keep Tozawa grounded. Multiple counters until Rush gets sent out to the floor, sent out of the ring to the floor. Huge suicide dive by Tozawa as he sends his opponent back in the ring. Tozawa with an octopus, straight in the middle of the ring. Rush drops him down for a pin, covers. Spinning kick by Rush, covers for a 2 count. Rush with some frustration as he heads up to the top rope. And Tozawa runs up and slaps him in the face. Heads up to the top rope for a superplex, but Rush hangs on with his legs. Tozawa gets sent down, hitting his head on the top turnbuckles. Rush hits a split-legged frog splash for the win. Comments from Total Divas Hips. It's Lio Rush. Came to collect. Winner of the match, Lio Rush by pinfall. Vignette was shown of Drew Gulak talking about his upcoming title match against Cedric Alexander at SummerSlam. Gulak says Alexander hasn't faced anyone like him. Says the champ is complacent these days. And who will become the champ come Sunday? Locker room segment. Jack Gallagher is getting ready for his upcoming match against Alexander with Gulak and Kendrick. Last week, Hideo Itami defeated Mustafa Ali, and Ali ended up collapsing after the match. Maverick tried to get him to take a break last week and thought he might be overdoing it. Backstage segment, Caleb Braxton talks with Drake Maverick about Ali. Maverick says he suffered from severe exhaustion, so to make sure he gets back to 100%, Ali won't be in the ring until Maverick thinks he's ready to go. Backstage segment, Hideo Itami cuts a promo in Japanese and says, I ended Mustafa Ali. I stopped the heart of 205 Live. Hideo Itami versus Trent Newman. Newman tries for some offense and immediately gets blasted. Itami with some punches in the corner. Newman hits an elbow and a kick. Tries for a roll-up, which Itami just walked off and slapped his opponent in the face. Itami with a big lariat hits a combination of strikes, goes for the pin, and then lifts his opponent up. Itami hits a Falcon Arrow, pin, pulls him up again. Crowd sort of boos. Doesn't really care. Itami with some kicks to the chest. Running low drop kick, hits another. Referee decides to call the match. Stops the match. Referee stoppage as Hideo Itami is declared the winner. After the match, Itami comes back in and drops the guy one more time and yells out, "Respect me." Video of Cedric Alexander, who says he's been training for this title match harder than he ever has before. We see clips from the post couple weeks of Alexander having to deal with Galak, Kendrick, and Gallagher. The champ says he's a man of action. Galak just likes to talk. Alexander notes he hasn't lost this year and nobody can touch him. Backstage segment, Maverick speaks with Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy. He congratulates them on their recent victories, although the win was a bit cheap in their tag match. He then says Nese and Murphy will take on the Lucha House Party in a tornado tag team match next. Next week, advertised match, Noam Dar versus TJP, Cedric Alexander versus Jack Gallagher, non-title match. As Gallagher gets in the ring by himself. Gallagher is playing with Alexander, gets in the ropes and makes the referee back him up. Each trade pins as Kendrick and Galak watch from the back. Gallagher gets kicked to the outside, and Alexander looks to fly. Gallagher goes under the ring and comes up from behind Alexander. He stomps away on the champion, but Alexander dumps him to the floor, hits a kick between the ropes, and heads outside. Alexander with chops and forearms, but Gallagher jams his opponent into the ring post. Comments from Total Divas Hips. At Cedric Alexander going to work. Back in the ring, Gallagher continues to work over Alexander in the corner. Alexander tries to fight back, but has little luck. Gallagher with some taunting and boots Alexander in the head. Over and over, neck breaker, multiple covers, one count each time. Neck crank by Gallagher and holds on as Alexander tries to roll out of it. Alexander with two suplexes, back elbow, handspring kick, covers for a 2 count. The Totally Divas Hips comments that Cedric Alexander right back in it. Alexander ends up on the apron, boot to the face, big springboard clothesline, pins for a 2 count. Alexander really shaking out of his neck shoulder area from Gallagher's submissions. Back elbow by Gallagher and then drapes Alexander over the second rope. Knee drop to the back of the neck from the top turnbuckle. Gallagher locks in a crossface. Alexander rolls back and gets a 2 count. Lumbar check gets countered into a guillotine choke by Gallagher, but he gets planted into the mat. Referee starts up his 10 count. Both get up. Alexander looks to take flight, rolls through. Gallagher with a running drop kick in the corner, goes for the pinfall. Alexander gets put on the rope to break up the pin. Gallagher tries for a powerbomb, doesn't quite get him at first, but is able to get it on the second attempt. Gallagher charges in it. Alexander hits the Spanish Fly, pin for the 3 count. Obviously, it's non-title. At Total Divas Hips comments, Spanish Fly by Cedric Alexander. Winner by pinfall, Cedric Alexander wins. Okay, Gallagher charged in, and Alexander caught him with a Spanish Fly. After the match, Alexander hits near the entrance and out comes Kendrick, who runs over the champion. He hits an elbow on Kendrick and then He then fights off Gallagher, sending him to the outside. Kendrick tries for the captain's hook. Nope. Lumbar check on Kendrick. Gulak runs in and gets the Gulak on Alexander for a few moments. Alexander is out as Gulak snatches up the title and puts it across the fallen champion. After all that action, because that ended the 205 Live, WWE posted a video here of AJ Styles trying to get Samoa Joe backstage after the show went off the air. SmackDown ended with Joe reading a letter that was allegedly from Styles' wife. Styles is scheduled to take part in SummerSlam on Sunday. Dark match, Usos defeated Bar prior to SmackDown. And the biggest spots for SmackDown was Charlotte Flair, New Day, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles. All the heat goes to Carmella and Drew Gulak. In the dark match after 205 Live, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, all Bullet Club members, original, defeated Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. The match was basically a huge free-for-all and ended with everyone hitting their finishers on each other, and Styles turning the Kinshasa into the Styles Guys for the win. Well, the second report from Jason Powell from ProWrestling.net. He attended the SmackDown in Greenville. He was sitting on the floor all the way in the back of it. I don't recommend that seat. It looked pretty mostly full, and the crowd was really into the show until the end. This was by far the worst wrestling show I have ever been to, and I was present. And disappointed as most of the stars were not on the actual show. And he left after SmackDown in complete disgust for a waste of time and money. As he commented on the other comments from the previous reporter. He was also mad about who never wrestled: Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. None of the top male competitors wrestled. Before the show, Bar and the Usos wrestled in probably the best match of all night. Just not a good show at all. Terrible build to SummerSlam except for The Miz and Bryan videos. I can't see paying to see WWE again if this is the hot garbage that they are going to produce for a live audience. And that concludes my comments on SmackDown, which will probably be in a separate video. And that concludes my things. See you one of you. If you don't know what you're coming, brothers and sisters, hasta la vista, baby.